Hi guys, my name is Tomasz and welcome back to our channel. We haven't done the exercise video for a little time, so now we're back with it. Today we will give you an exercise for a foot pressure. Before we start the class, we would remind you that you still can apply your discount on international dance shoes. So if you haven't bought your pair yet, please use the discount code that will be in the description below. And also feel free to check out our online classes where we go in details through dances and specific figures in ballroom dancing. Now, for this exercise, you will need a very complicated piece of paper. Now, it can be, of course, a tissue, it can be a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that we can put it on the floor and you won't feel too bad about swiping the floor with it, because maybe it shouldn't be too valuable. Now, we want actually 2 pieces of paper. So with that 2 pieces of paper, we'll put them underneath our feet. And this is very important that this exercise should be done on normal wooden floor. It will not work on a carpet or a stone floor or anything like that, because the paper just won't slide, okay? So now, what we will do is we will do simple steps on the toes, which is kind of like a weave action in foxtrot, forward and backward. Every single time we will try to keep the balance on the standing leg and as smoothly as possible use your moving leg to create beautiful, smooth actions. So now, let's put the pieces of paper or tissue underneath the shoes. So you have to put it under the ball of the foot on one foot and under the ball of the foot on the other foot. Now, be careful that it's not too slippery. If it's too slippery, you can fall, so please don't do that. We do not encourage any of this. Now, I will stand on my right foot on the toe. I will keep my body at the 45-degree angle turned to the right, so I am in outside partner position. Now, because I'm standing on my right foot, I will slide my left foot forward 3 times as smooth as possible without losing the paper. And 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, we will go into the middle balance. And I will now collect, bringing the back foot and the paper with me. And I'm going again with the right foot forward, 1, 2, 3, and I will slide the 4th one and bring the left foot underneath my body. Notice for the entire exercise, I'm trying to be on my toes. So now let me do it backward, and 1, and 2, and 3, and slide, bring it together, and 1, and 2, and 3, and slide, and bring it together. Now, few important points about this exercise. Number 1, we should apply enough foot pressure not to lose the paper. So if I apply too little pressure, I will not move the paper with me. Now, of course, if I apply a lot of pressure, maybe that will create too much tension in my leg and I won't be able to swing it freely, right? So we have to balance between those 2 things. So remember, it's not too light, but also not terribly strong to tense the entire leg, whether that's forward or backward. Now, point number 2, when we go backward, it's very difficult with the paper, but we should try to create a beautiful line until the toe. So if you place the paper in the correct place, you should be able to develop it until the toe and slide it back without losing the connection with the paper, which means with the floor. It's very easy to have the transition slightly mistimed. So for example, I'm pressing on the paper, but now I will pick up the foot and then place it behind me, and I lost the paper again. And it's very, very common, especially I think for the followers because you're on the heels, to lift the foot back and then place it somehow, right? And it has to be practiced and rehearsed like anything else. So we have to slide that into the big toe and then go back. And again, slide until the big toe and then go back, and slide until the big toe and then go back. Now, this exercise is particularly good for the children Why? Because, well, they have a lot of fun with it. The moment you give them a piece of paper that they cannot lose, it seems like that's the whole world for them, and that's the only thing they will concentrate on, which is actually very, very good, because we want to keep the exercise in ballroom dancing very, very simple, so we can check ourselves very easily. So it's as simple as whether the paper is still underneath my foot or it's not underneath my foot, right? There's nothing complicated about that, and even somebody that never danced before can spot the difference when you lose your paper. Please remember that for the followers, because you're on your heels, some of you higher, some of you lower heels, you will have to be even more precise with that exercise, because it's very easy to either drop the heel down or to suddenly develop and strike with the heel. So be very patient with it, but remember we want to do it as slowly as you possibly can to practice that smoothness going back and forth. Anybody can do it quickly, so anybody can do it 1, 2, 3. You might actually be off balance and be able to do it. What we want to do is achieve that really good control and balance. So I'm standing on one foot and really slowly going 1, and as smooth as I can, 2, and 3, and if you are on balance, you will be able to control your foot pressure. If you're off balance, you won't be able to control neither the speed or the foot pressure that you want to create. Please never underestimate simple exercises that we have in ballroom dancing. We don't have many of them. Usually they tend to be quite complicated and requiring awareness and coordination, where this one is really simple and you can replicate that yourself very easily. Do that regularly to see any effects, because remember, doing that exercise is one thing. It just should teach your body and your muscles to be used. It doesn't mean that necessarily transfers straight away into your routine. So as much as you can do it in 2 steps forward and backward here, you should be really going through every figure like that, making sure that there is a foot pressure where there is foot pressure, and that's pretty much all the swing dances, apart of some hops in quick step. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that you have your international dance shoes discount that you can use, and it will be only valid until the last day of June 2021. If you have any comments, please put them in the description below. If you like the video, hit the like button, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.